Alright, today I'm going to be talking about fishing. Fishing is one of the best things you can do around our town because there's plenty of rivers just nearby. Farthest drive is about 45 minutes to the coastal. I mean, it's pretty easy to get to. I like fishing. We'll take our boat and get our lines and set some lines and catch fish like that. The last fishing trip we went on, we went to the Guadalupe River in Cabo, Texas. We have a house down there, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Sometimes there's a lot of people there, and you can't really fish because there's too many boats going up and down the river. But whenever there's not, it's pretty good fish. Catch like 20 and 30 pound yellow cats and some blue cats. The best time to go fishing is the worst weather. When it's cold, it's the best time to go because the fish are always moving in the water. They're always out and deep, so you can get your lines down there and just catch them. It's pretty easy. A lot of times, when we're fishing with our lines, we set the lines, and then during the day we go fishing with rod and reels and catch stuff in the bay because our house is like a mile from the bay, so we just drive down there. Another thing we can do down there is we go to Port Connor, Port Waka, and anything like that. We go to Port Waka to get bait, and we go to Port Connor to fish. Depends if we take the right boat or not. I got a couple boats. One of them doesn't really go in the salt water because it rusted out. Usually on the first night, it's kind of like deer camp. We just go there, we get down there, and we cook some steaks and stuff, have a good time. We get the boat in the water, go set our lines out. Usually leave about Wednesday, and we'll set our lines, and we'll come home around Sunday. Give us a good almost 5 days to fish. We'll check our lines 3 times a day. One around 7 in the morning, one around 1, and then one around 7 at night. So usually we pull off around, I don't know, on a normal day about 20 fish a day. It's pretty good. On a bad day, we pull out nothing. I mean, that's why it's called fishing. Some things we do down there also is play washers and just have a little hangout time and hang out with everybody and just get away from town just for the weekend, have fun. We also, when we get down there, we have fun unloading the boat because the boat ramp is not deep enough to go in the water, so we got to slide the boat down the bank a little ways. It's pretty interesting. Also pretty fun. One thing about it is sometimes if you're not careful, you'll scratch up the bottom of the boat though because there's stuff in the bank like cement and everything else that'll mess up your boat bottom and make a hole in it, sink. Sometimes when we're bored, we'll ride the boat up and down the river. We'll go all the way to Aquario and come back whenever there's not a log jam. Whenever there's a log jam, we can't go no farther because it blocks off the whole river. Not good. For bait, we usually use a liver or soap, cut bait, perch, and shrimp, wherever we can buy it and use or find. Right now it's been pretty hard because of COVID, and also the game warden made a new law, so we can't bring our own bait out of our own pond, so we have to buy fish to use for bait. So now I've been using goldfish. Fish like goldfish because they're shiny. They attract attention to the water. We also sometimes use croaker whenever we go to the bay or to the Port Connor. But we don't. I'd rather fish fresh water. Salt water is not very fun to me. Whenever we are getting ready to leave, we have to remember where we put our lines at because if not, we'll leave them there and then we don't have enough to actually do anything. So we can't go fishing again next time. We go down there sometimes during the school year, sometimes we go during summertime, but like I said, the best time to fish is during the cold, which is the winter time. So sometimes we take a trip around December, right before Christmas, or we'll take a trip during the middle of summertime too. Sometimes in the summertime we catch pretty good fish. There's also something called the saltwater barrier. They have it up or down. Whenever it's down, we can go farther in the river than we can whenever it's up, because it's kind of like a dam. It doesn't let you go through, and it's bad to try to travel through. We go to get gas in Tyvola, Texas. That's where the house is located at, but it's a little bit of a drive. It's like a 4-minute drive to the town. And we also eat at a place called Joe's Outback where they cook steaks and stuff, which is pretty good. He does it only on Fridays, and he stops cooking at 8, so we usually try to get there at 7:30. Because as long as when I get there before 8, we're good. Also, they got another place there to eat, but we don't usually eat there a lot because it's pretty expensive. Usually when we go, we got about 10 people more or less, so we don't eat there a lot. And yeah, that's a pretty good trip. Whenever we go, it's pretty a lot of fun, and we enjoy it. So sometimes we don't just go down there to that place. We go to a place in Cuero, underneath the bridge, and we camp out and fish there. I prefer going there because we catch a better fish, bigger fish. It's a lot more fun. But once again, we use the same bait, same everything. We just go. We can use a bigger boat there because it's a better boat ramp. We don't have to slide down the bank. We can just back into the water and bring more people and have more fun, more interesting. There we can't go very far because there's a dam, but in the little bit of river we have there, it's pretty deep. It's a lot of fish, pretty good. And then there's rock rapids also. If you go over those, they'll mess up the boat, so we stay away. We go swimming too sometimes over there because the rapids are shallow and we can swim there. It's not like 20 foot deep, it's like 7. So it's safer than swimming in the rapids.